It's always a pleasure to do this because throughout the state, I know, and I've worked in the arts for many years, I know of all the activities that are going on. I know many of you personally, I've been into many of your communities, but we don't often see each other together. This is a great opportunity for the art supporters and artists in this state to meet each other and for us to recognize those people who have done an extraordinary job. And I'm really delighted with this year's recipients. But before I get going, I'm going to allow George Ann Nixon, our First Lady, to give us her comments.
Thank you, Nola. It is a pleasure to be here to honor an inspiring group of people whose passion for the arts we celebrate today. This group includes not only the recipients of this year's awards, but those presenting the awards as well. Thank you all for your leadership and dedication to making arts flourish in Missouri. It's especially fitting that this ceremony is taking place here in one of the great masterpieces of architecture in Missouri, the Capitol Building. It was 100 years ago, on February 5th, 1911, that a bolt of lightning struck the dome and started a fire that burned the old Capitol Building to the ground. The Capitol today is not only a magnificent work of architecture, but a treasure trove of public art. From Sherry Fry's bronze statue of Ceres on the Capitol Dome, to the Thomas Hart Benton murals in the House Lounge, and to the friezes and fountains that grace the grounds outside. All of this is public art, and it's free to be enjoyed by the hundreds of thousands of Missourians every year. But this Capitol building is more. It is a culmination of a vision, one that literally could not have been realized without public support. On August 1st, 1911, a special election was held on a legislative proposal for a bond issue to raise $3.5 million for a new Capitol building in Jefferson City. Nearly 75% of Missouri voters approved that bond election. The tax to pay off the bonds raised an extra $1 million, and that extra $1 million was spent to decorate this building, which is one of the reasons the sculptures, paintings, masonry, and decor are of such high caliber. Turning the dream of a Capitol into reality took 11 years and creative collaboration among painters and sculptors, architects and engineers, educators and elected officials, and craftsmen of all types. But none of it would have been possible without the overwhelming support of Missouri's citizens who a century ago understood the enduring value of the arts. A century ago, the public's vision, belief, and investment raised this Capitol from the ashes, and today it is our splendid inheritance. The work of the Missouri Arts Council today is part of that continuum by recognizing the enduring value of the arts and by investing, once again, all of our lives are enriched. Each year, the Missouri Arts Council provides funding to nonprofit organizations to grow Missouri's economy using the arts and to strengthen Missouri education through the arts. Its funding brings quality arts programming and education to communities throughout Missouri and provides assistance in community development, fundraising, and marketing that are critical to our economy. This funding also supports all disciplines in the visual and performing arts, making Missouri a much richer place to live, work, and play. So today, congratulations to the Missouri Arts Council and to all of today's outstanding contributors to the arts. Thank you all so very much.
The Missouri Arts Council has been giving these awards since 1983, and we honor people in different categories for their contribution to their various areas of art. First one is in arts education, and then the arts organization, a creative community, individual artist, leadership in the arts, and philanthropy. Our first recipient for arts education is Julie Bloodworth. Julie is from Springfield, and as nearly as I can tell, has spent her entire life helping children and others connect with the arts. She is a driving force for the Missouri Fine Arts Academy, thank you. And has been involved in arts education from the Missouri Alliance for Arts Education and the Arts Education Collaborative as well. Without people like Julie, we wouldn't get as far as we have. Thank you, Julie.
Thanks, Noah. So I have several drafts of acceptance speeches dating back to about 1967. However, they're for marriage proposals from Paul McCartney and for the Academy Awards, so I have done some tweaking. I'm very thankful. I'm thankful to everyone who's traveled to celebrate this day. I thank my Missouri Fine Arts Academy friends and colleagues, especially Susan Cole, Laura Ackerman, and Ray Castry, and my family, Terry and Gabe Bloodworth, whose professional and personal lives are testaments to the transcendent nature of the arts. I'm thankful for the Missouri artists, Lisa Becker and Teresa Dirks, who created the award and the poster for this ceremony. I'm thankful for the unending and important work done by the Missouri Arts Council and the Missouri Citizens for the Arts. I'm thankful for the legislators who authorized and funded the first Missouri Fine Arts Academy in 1996, and for subsequent legislators who authorized Academy funding at various levels for 15 years. These legislators knew that Missouri's youth deserve world-class arts education every bit as much as they deserve world-class language, math, and science education. They knew that young artists need a community of talented peers in which their unique gifts are honored and encouraged, and that such a community must include all deserving and qualified students, regardless of their ability to pay. Unfortunately, all state support for the Missouri Fine Arts Academy was cut during the last legislative season. So, I'm also thankful for the Missouri Fine Arts Academy administrators, Adam Joyce and Ray Castry, who've ensured that about 125 school artists from all over the state will celebrate the Academy's 16th anniversary this summer. But that loss of state money means sacrifice. Students, families, organizations, and schools must sacrifice to pay for their students to attend the Missouri Fine Arts Academy. Academy administrators must sacrifice countless hours rounding up scholarship money for those who can't pay. And after years of growth, the number of students who will be served this June is back to the number of students that was served in 1996. So, I look forward to the day very, very soon when I can be thankful to the legislators who will restore full funding to the Missouri Fine Arts Academy. And these legislators will have proved that they understand that arts and arts education are not frills. They are essential to a healthy society. And finally, so that I don't waste draft material, I'm sorry, Sir Paul, I waited as long as I could, and I'd like to thank the Academy for this award.
The next award is to the arts organization, and this year it's Jazz St. Louis. Accepting is Jean Dobbs Bradford, who's the executive director. Jazz St. Louis started out as a jazz series, as I understand, in a hotel in St. Louis. It has grown to be one of the top 10 places for jazz in the country, I understand. And now they've expanded into programs throughout the community. I commend you for your growth.
Thank you very much, and I am very honored to share this year's award with this wonderful group of fellow awardees. And thank you all for traveling, for those of you that have traveled down to Jefferson City to be here today. You know, in 1983, when U.B. Blake died, it really marked the end of the time that the entire history of jazz could be encapsulated in one lifetime. But in that short time, jazz has gone on to be respected and revered around the world as America's unique contribution to the world of culture. Jazz was created because of America. It was created because of the same concepts that created our country. The mixing of cultures that produced it represents what's best. And jazz does represent what's best about America. Jazz is about diversity. Jazz is about democracy. Jazz is about freedom. And it's important that we share this because jazz is a part of us. It's a part of who we are. And we need to celebrate this important part of our shared cultural heritage, especially here in Missouri, which has not one, but two of the most important cities in the history and development of this great music. So we're so grateful to the Missouri Arts Council, to Missouri Citizens for the Arts, and all the folks that have toiled under this dome to ensure that we have a strong arts community. Because your support has helped us to share this music with our community, and we're very grateful to that. And we're especially grateful for what you've allowed us to do with our young people. This year, Jazz St. Louis is going to mark an important milestone in that we will reach our 100,000th student to be served by our programs. And one of those programs, our Jazz St. Louis All-Stars, has 82% of the kids who are participating in it going on to major in music at some of the most prestigious art schools, music schools in the country. And you all have helped to make this possible. And I know that our founder, Barbara Rose, looks down from heaven and smiles when she hears a young pianist come up to me and tell me that he got a full ride to the Berklee College of Music in Boston, Massachusetts, because of the work that he's doing with our programs. Or when you hear a young student at one of our many in-school activities come up and say afterwards, jazz is the best thing ever. When we share what's best about our culture, we bring out the best in these young people. And all of this wouldn't have been possible without the support of our board and staff and many supporters, and we have a few of them here. Our awesome board president, Pam Trapp, wonderful volunteer, Michael Lowenstein, and our development director, Melissa Jones, who I think is the best in the business. And on behalf of all the board and the staff and everyone who has helped us on this journey, I say thank you, and thank you for helping to keep the arts alive and strong in our community.